Hello, my name is James Avery Johnson, and you're watching The James Avery Johnson Show, the show where we cover the little stories of our communities that are often forgotten by the greater media. Today we have one story, but it's quite a long one, and we wanted to share it because it's really impactful to the small community we have here on this channel. This article is entitled School Teacher Fired for Being Sussy, followed by a lot of exclamation marks and question marks. I hate the new generation. A school teacher has recently been fired from teaching for misconduct with his coworkers. How did this all happen? Well, it turns out this story goes back all the way to February, when a man named Goom had come back from a 2-year-long absence. After coming back, he was filled with a passion to make videos and share the things he had learned in the past 2 years. With not a lot of money, but a lot of desperation, he invested in a news team. That's us, the greatest news team on the internet. However, he knew there was no way he could pay the news team with his money, nor the money he was making on YouTube, because he was not making money on YouTube. So he got a second job. Teaching. Really? Teaching. That's your first idea. Be underpaid, deal with kids all day. What is this, Boy Meets World? He began teaching Content Creation 101, enlightening young minds every week with helpful lessons on the basics of YouTube content creation. However, this appeared to take a quick mental toll on Goom. He reportedly quickly became very aggressive with his students, often threatening them, insulting them, and even threw something at them once. Later, he admitted to the principal that he quickly discovered that he was free to do so with no consequence, as long as he didn't go as far as the theater teacher. However, what broke the camel's back was one day when in the science room, he... what was that? Changed the wording? Why? This is what happened. It's on video. Okay. Got it. What broke the camel's back was one day when he allegedly made some inappropriate comments, allegedly towards a demonstration skeleton, allegedly named Carl. Allegedly. Even though Carl can't speak, he managed to speak out. I don't know. Sign language, I guess? Against Goom. Goom was fired that day. Since he has been lying low with nothing but an apology video, he is just trying to fix things best he can. What? You want me to tell them he did nothing wrong? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of making an apology video? Whatever, I got bills to pay. Now, here's the thing, right? Carl and Goom have known each other for a very long time. The farthest back we can date their acquaintance is to 2015. Surely, if Goom was truly someone to be afraid of, then Carl would have known way back when, and he wouldn't be working in the same area. Not to mention that I don't know about you, but I would think it's pretty unlikely that somebody would be into a demonstration skeleton. Me personally, I have a wife and I love her with all of my heart, and she's a human. It's a very human thing to be into humans, and there is no reason to believe that Goom would be so crazy and so deranged to be desirous of an inanimate object. However, with how the internet's going these days, who knows? Maybe that's just speculation on my part. Maybe I just have the good faith of humanity deep inside me. However, I find it unlikely that Carl would speak out. I mean, after all, he can't speak. You see this even way back in 2015. Now, sure, I said It could have been sign language, but that's still not speaking. It's communication through hands. And people have many forms of communication, like through social media, through Twitter. That's a classic example. Through Instagram, where you're communicating through pictures, or even on this platform, YouTube, where we communicate over video and visuals and sound, and it's all put together. However, something we don't think about enough in this era of multiple types of communication is how things can get misconstrued. I'm sure you've read a tweet and you read it the wrong way. You can't blame yourself. It happens. It just sometimes you're not super clear with your wording. Sometimes the meaning is lost. So it's hard to say. It's hard to prove that Carl really meant anything by these allegations. For all we know, it could have just been one sick joke. Perhaps it could have been some form of irony. It was some form of irony, because obviously Carl is trying to speak out as a part of the Me Too movement, but he's not speaking. It's irony. It's a joke. So how are we supposed to take Carl seriously in these allegations? That is my question. Now, the article continues. Unfortunately, with this news... What? Right. Sorry. Unfortunately, with this lie, some rumors have been circling that Goom's crimes don't end there. Now, for some context, if you saw the first episode of this show, the James Avery Johnson Show, please like, comment, and subscribe. You'll remember that we covered a story about a tragic demise that happened halfway through March of the death of a poor bear and father named George Bearson. Some claim that it is possible, given the time frame, for Goom to have been the culprit of this crime. This reasoning stems from a rocky dynamic we see with the two from a video posted Christmas of 2020. It is called Discovering the Meaning of Christmas. They are led to believe, given this violent association, makes Goom a likely suspect, especially with his return in February, giving him the perfect amount of time to have planned and committed this crime. They suspect the motive would be the fact that George Bearson never answered his question about the meaning of Christmas. Now, you see, if we think about this situation logically, there's not a lot of water here. There's not enough evidence to really conclude anything. People like to jump to conclusions very quickly. We get so eager to find an answer to our questions that we sometimes overlook the smaller details in life. For example, there's this huge oversight that is in this line of logic. You see, the biggest piece of damning evidence in this argument, in this case, is that the reason, the motive behind killing George Bearson was because Goom didn't find an answer to his question. However, if you watch the video, you'll see that even though Goom did not get his answer from George Bearson, he did still find his answer. And arguably, that answer helped him become a better person because it was a moral. It was a good thing to learn. So to say that he would turn around on those morals and start going after this bear, it's just hard for me to believe. And I think it's hard for most people who think logically to believe. I think people who have rational thoughts will disagree with these arguments. That's just the facts. It's just reasoning in its purest form. For that reason, I believe in Goom. We wish him the best of luck as he works on coming back. Unfortunately, with him losing his teaching job, he is now having to depend on YouTube This is tricky because he can't support a whole news team with just YouTube, right? Which is where you come in. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes of the James Avery Johnson Show. We would love to keep helping you and informing you of the smaller stories of our community so that those who suffer and are unheard can be heard. And please share this video with your friends so that we can keep informing more people of the true logical facts of the world today. I am James Avery Johnson. Thank you so much for watching.